Alright, good morning. It is Tuesday? Wait. Yeah. It's Tuesday morning. 21st, I think. And just waking up. This is the view from inside of my truck. Taking my time. Got no rush today. I'm going to go into Fort Collins, get some chores done with trying to find a place for my tires and brakes, get those checked. Go to the library, gotta get a haircut. Variety of chore maintenance things, so let's take it easy and have a pretty chill day. It is Tuesday morning and I'm on my way down into Fort Collins, and it's a beautiful canyon drive. I definitely should call this the Narrows though, or maybe that was the start of it, but yeah, beautiful canyon drive. The Poudre River is just raging. Somebody's walking. That's strange. So, alright, on to Fort Collins. Okay, so we seem to have gone back in time through a time warp. Because we've got old model Fords along the road. This is beautiful, actually. It's quite a nice sight with the scenery. We're getting closer to Fort Collins now, about less than 10 miles away now, and I'm guessing this should be a part of Wyoming from the looks of it so far. We will see. Sorry about the buggy windshield. I'm going to try to clean it up today. Okay, it is Thursday morning, the 23rd, and I am headed out. I'm taking a gamble a little bit this morning. Leaving the campsite Dutch George that I've been at for the last couple of nights. It's really nothing spectacular, and it takes a long time to get to town, and it's just not fulfilling a lot. It's not doing a lot for me. So I'm decided to try to drive up in, or I'm going to drive up into the Rocky Mountain National Park this morning and see if I can get a campsite for the weekend up there. It's a little bit of a gamble because that is one of the most busiest national parks in the country. And so even though it's Thursday morning, it's probably going to be tough to find a camp spot for the weekend, but I'm going to give it a shot. And if for some reason I can't get a campground, then I technically can come back here to Dutch George, although I hope I don't have to, but I can. Or I can go on out of the national park into somewhere else and try to find a spot. So I will keep you posted. It's a beautiful day for a drive, and it'll be beautiful scenery either way. Okay, so I just entered into Estes Park officially. And I can see some snow-capped mountains, so that's nice. Good to know I'm getting close again for some cool relief, and hopefully mosquito relief too. But anyway, it's really crowded or trafficy, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I'm gonna stay, and so I've got to figure all that out, and then I'll update you in a bit. Okay, so I'm about to enter into Rocky Mountain National Park, and it's not looking real good for camping so far. It was crowded as shit in Estes Park. People everywhere, cars everywhere, and I stopped at 2 campgrounds already. These are private campgrounds outside of the park. They said they each have a spot for tonight, but then I'd have to be out, or actually one had a spot for Friday too, but I'd have to be out by Saturday morning. So there is one campground inside of the national park, Glacier Basin campground, that is first come first serve, and supposedly they have vacancy right now. I'm going to try to see if I can get a spot there. If not, I may go back into town and stay at one of those just to be able to stay today. But yeah, it's not looking great so far. Okay, so I just entered into the national park, and she says Glacier Basin still has openings. And I turn left here, and it's about 15 minutes to get there. So as long as I can get there and get a spot before everybody takes them all, I might be good to go. We'll see. Oh yay, I got a site. And I can stay through, I'm gonna say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 nights. Just to get me through the weekend. So that's great. They are very, very close together. Much closer than I've ever been, but hey, I'll make it work. It's no big deal. So I'll show you, I'll give you a quick look around. I'm in number 8. Number 10 is right there. I think this is my pad right here and my picnic table, and then there's his pad and picnic table right there. People right behind me, but I can make it work. No worries. Yay. Time to unpack and settle down. Okay, so I just got unpacked at site number 8, but it really kept just getting more and more on my nerves how close I was to everybody else. I mean, just sandwiched on all sides, and it was really kind of already getting claustrophobic or uncomfortable, so I was like, I can't do this for 4 days. This is the first campground I've ever been at where they assign you a spot right when you drive in, right up there. You drive up and they say, okay, you're at spot number 8. And you don't get to go around and pick, which every other campground I've ever been to, you get to go and pick what spot you want. So anyway, I said, you know what, after I kind of got set up for a minute, I said, I'm gonna go drive around really quick and just have a look-see, because it looked like there were a fair amount of spaces open, or a fair amount anyway. So I went and drove around, and I found another spot that I liked better, number 53, and I just went back to the ranger, talked really nice to the lady, and said, hey, look, is there any way you can change me? I said, I'm kind of squashed in on number 8. I'd really love to change to number 53. And she said, sure, no problem. Change it on your tag, and you are good to go. So yay, I'm going to go pack up my stuff really quick and move over to 53. I'll show you that when I get there. So this is my new spot, number 53, and the only spot close to me is this one right here. 51 is right next to me, but it's not occupied right now, and even if it does occupy, I got plenty of privacy over here. They're not going to be bothering me at all. People across the street don't bother me. There's nobody this way. At least there's nobody behind me. At last site, boy, there were husband and wife, 2 little kids directly right next to me. I mean, little kids, cry baby kids, and I could just hear every word like I was in their conversation. It was so close. And the other spots, people hadn't showed up yet. It was just going to get worse and worse and worse. So this is great. I'd be happy with this. I don't have any shade here, but I do have my canopy, so I'll be setting that up for my own personal shade and any rain protection. Might get some rain this afternoon, so I'm gonna get set up now, and this will be much better. I got my own bear box.